Hello everybody. I wanted to bring you along. It's nothing I'm sure you've never seen before. But I'm going to partake in Tracie Fox's Initially You 2022. There's a collaboration going around of I think 6 creators that are doing a collaboration, and I watched Tracie's videos yesterday, and she is going to continue on with a series of hers, and I want to participate in that, so I thought I would make my sample journal. I'm going to make it out of this box. I'm just going to cut this here so I can get it open, and I know approximately the size I'm going to make it. I wished I had a box longer than this, so I can make it 8.5 tall, but I don't. So I'm going to make do with what I have. And let's see, how can let me cut this down a little bit, just so maybe it will fit. I need a new blade, I think. So I hope everyone's doing well today. I have a lot of inspiration for crafting today. I wanted to get this ready. So I am going to cut this right at the bottom so I can make this as tall as possible. Then I'll tell you what my approximate sizes are going to be, because this will be cut down to sort of mirror what she did. Get rid of all this excess. And then we'll cut our edges down, our front and back. I am going to get rid of all this garbage. I think this spine is about 2.5, so I think I'm going to make my covers here. How can I do this? 3 inches. See if I can get them even. This is a good way of not having to build a journal, right? You already have your spine. I'm going to try to line this up on this bottom line. That seems to work a little bit better for me. Okay. So it's going to be a narrow journal, as you can see, which is sort of cool. Alright. So I've chosen some papers. I went through, you know, I have a paper addiction, like all of us, but I am trying not to buy any 12 by 12s. I say that, I know I will, and I'll definitely purchase Tim Holtz because I seem to use it the most. But I have 12 by 12 pads everywhere. So I went through and I just selected a couple pieces that I have had for, I'm sure, probably 3 or 4 years now at this point. And I thought, you know, I'm going to use something that I normally wouldn't use. I'm going to try to cut this down a little bit. Make it a little bit easier to work with. sure I leave myself some room. I'm just going to cut this down just to make it a little bit more manageable. How tall is this? This is about 7 3/4. 7 3/4. So I'm gonna bring this up to about 9. I can cut the excess off. And then that's going to be my inside. So this is going to be very quick and very easy. I'm going to make this my outside. Have a paintbrush ready. I'm going to use my PVA glue. Probably shouldn't, because it takes a while longer to dry, but so I hope you're all doing well. As I mentioned, I have a lot of crafty things I'm going to be doing today, which, you know, I went from being uninspired, not knowing what to do just a few days ago, to seeing these collaborations and what have you, and deciding, you know, I'm going to go ahead and give this a try. I'm going to go ahead and give this a try. And now that I'm doing it, I find myself very, what's the word I'm looking for? Very motivated and excited about my crafting again. You know, because sometimes you get away from it. It's hard to get yourself back into the swing of it. I always like to use my brayer. This will be a sample book, which is exciting. Embarrassed to tell you, but I'm still in my pajamas. I thought, oh, I'm going to do this real quick and then I'll get my shower. Yesterday just got away from me because I kept doing other things around the house, thinking this will free up my day for crafting. And then it was like 8 o'clock at night when I finally got into the craft room. And I thought, today, that's not happening. I only have to do one thing today. My husband is having a guest over. What's his cousin, actually, that's in from out of state. They're going to watch football together. And we are going to order out, but I'm going to make a spinach dip. That's the one thing I have to do today. Other than that, I will be crafting. Oops, I didn't get that tight enough. I look around my craft room and I sort of find this happens every year after Christmas. It's sort of like, do you get the urge to like organize, you know? I just feel like I need to reorganize my craft room. I just keep, it feels like it's getting fuller and fuller. And what systems worked in the past don't work so well now, you know, because there's so much more. So I had to try to figure that out at some point. Alright, so there's the outside. I'm going to go ahead and, where's my brayer? I don't know if I should do that. Cover the inside first. Let's cut this down. I don't want to do that. I guess I need to measure. I don't want to measure. I'll do it about 8 1/4 by 7 1/2. 8 1/4. Seven and a half. Get that out of the way. Make sure this, yeah, that'll be fine. It's gonna have to be fine. I cut my paper. I could have gone, that's all right. That'll work. I have my, what's it called? Junk Journal January to do today. And what else? There was something else. There was something else. I wanted to make this. Oh, and I am going to try to do my Initially You 2022 project. Those are on my list of things to do. I don't feel like I have enough glue on the edges. Now for any newbies out there, I think this is a good collaboration that you should watch because you have a wide range of artists and different styles. You learn different little tips and tricks and get all kinds of inspiration. I don't know if that really matters what's up and what's down. This has print on it, so it does. So I just sort of want to try to center this as best as I can, which is not very good, but nonetheless it'll work. So now I need to replace my cellophane here, but cellophane's been working wonderfully on this. I'm going to try to, yeah, you bend it too quick, it causes those ripples that I don't like. I'm going to let this dry some more before I bend. Usually if you do it slowly it's supposed to help, but I want to let this dry on the inside before I fully bend. And I'm going to do exactly what Tracie did. I'm going to stitch around here and around my outer perimeter before I add my eyelets and all. So I'll be back. I'm going to let this dry a while. Be back. Okay, a little bit of time has lapsed. I actually got my shower and got dressed. But I went ahead and stitched on the inside of the spine and the perimeter. I've left my strings for now. I don't know if I will, or if, you know, I might trim them down. I might cut them completely off, but for now I have them on. So I gotta watch this text because this is the top. I have 4 eyelets. It's gonna be very easy. Some, I chose black elastic. And we're just gonna put our, let me see, I like to use my Tim Holtz ruler. If I can find it. I got it, oh, it's laying here on my desk. I need a new one. So I know this is right there. And I just want to bring these in. I think that's my center. I'm gonna, do I do a half and a half? Yeah, I'm just gonna do a half. This will mark in a 1/2 inch. Can't see. I don't know if I can make this straight this way. Somewhere there. I don't think it needs to be perfect. I just think it needs to be close. Sort of like, what do you call it? Horseshoes. Alright. Been a while since I've used my tools, quite honestly. And I never do these perfect. Well, I shouldn't say never, but rarely do I get this perfect. So I'm trying to get my holes as close to the top as possible, because where my holes go are going to determine, of course, how long your paper can be inside, because your paper's got to fit between the eyelets. Okay, let's see if we can do this. I always mess this up. Rarely do they come out perfect. That's okay. We're not about perfection. Try to get 2 of these in. There we go. Now I don't know if I have my right. Oh, come on. Well, let's do this one. My handheld just doesn't seem to work. I got this right? There we go. See, mine just never ever go perfect. No, there's a good. Well, that's all right. Good thing is this is for me. That's why I don't like to use these. If I'm making a journal that I'm going to put in my Etsy shop or something, makes me nervous. Because sometimes they come out perfect and sometimes they don't. So at least you see the struggle is real. It's not just you. Or maybe it's just me. Alright, good enough for me. Alright. Then we take our elastic. We're going to go down and up through, down and up through. There we go. And I'm just going to make sure I give myself enough that I can tie this tight. Trying to need an extra hand. I'm going to give that one more knot just to be safe. And I'm going to leave a little bit here for now, just in case I have to adjust that for some reason. But I think that'll be fine. Now that I have my eyelets in place, I can determine how long my paper can be, because it will need to fit. So my pages are going to be 7 inches. Yeah, 7 inches would be good. And they will be, I'll probably make them 7 by just shy of 3 inches. So I am going to pick out some papers and put them in my little journal. That's cute, isn't it? Tracie always comes up with the cutest ideas. I think a journal this size is adorable. I don't think I'll tie, because we don't know what all she's going to have us do in here. It might hang out the edges, so I might just use some seam binders or a fabric tie or something like that. But that's my little sample journal for now. I'm going to gather papers, which would be rather boring, and make my signatures to go in there. So, I hope that you are all taking part in this. I'm sure that Tracie will have a million ideas for us and tons of inspiration. So I think it's going to be a really fun project. So, see you all very soon. Happy crafting. Bye-bye.